This is trouble here for Majid.
Oh, and Majid taps.
Oh, and going to the side is Dante Leon.
Repeating, and look at that. Pops the frame off and catches the underhook.
We got to talk about Dante Leon. Dante is one of the best in the world. He is one of the baddest dudes in the game. He has been able to fight all the way from 155 pounds up through super heavy. He has incredible grit, incredible power, but he has incredible technique, and he continues to evolve his game and look better and better. He's in the WNO 30 Openweight Grand Prix bracket that's going to be happening October 24th. Multiple pound-for-pound guys in that bracket, him included, and it's going to be an awesome, awesome time. Make sure you check that out live exclusively on Flo. Today, I want to talk about a couple of things that Dante does with his passing, especially when he gets to a good underhook, especially when he's able to row drag. The row drag has been a passing tool that's really exploded over the last few years. Initially kind of credited to Jason Rao. Jason is one of the best technicians of his generation out there in New York, does an incredible job, has a bunch of great students, has been super influential, was super influential like during the Blue Basement days. A lot of guys would train with him, and everybody agrees that he's somebody who has been so innovative for this sport. Dante's a guy who took some of that and has been able to apply it at the highest level. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to start here. First, ADCC 2022. Awesome to lock a guy in a submission. But what's better than that? Locking a guy in two submissions at the same time. So that's what we're going to take a look at here. You see Dante working his way through the guard. Majid is an ADCC veteran, gorilla hands, strong grips. Tough to break those grips, which is going to be important here in a second. You see Dante send the knee cut as soon as he gets the underhook. How does he get that underhook? He's already setting it up here from the headquarters. He's going to punch his right hand all the way down to the mat while Majid is flat on his back here. And as soon as he feels like he has his hand down, he's going to send that knee far across and clasp deep in the shoulder and in the tricep of Majid. This gives him a good pass, but it's not enough. He needs to be able to transition this into some kind of good submission hold, some kind of good pinning position. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth that much. But that deep underhook, especially now that he's locked two hands to it, is going to be very valuable. From here's where his lower body starts to get involved. Could be a kimura trap coming, right? He could lace the hands, get the figure four grip, start working on that, classic, for a reason. But instead, he's pummeling with his legs, and he traps here, where he throws one leg up inside this, the grip of Majid. He has this grip, he's threading 1 foot through the middle of that, and he's starting to lock back behind here. And you see this triangle coming in, where he's trying to chop his legs closer and closer to the head of Majid. Majid is trying to keep his shoulder in there. As the triangle is coming on, the way that you're going to shut down that triangle is opening your shoulders and bringing everything kind of down and away. But what's the problem? He has that arm lock. And the more you bring your shoulders down and away, the more you're presenting him that arm for him to be able to work on and break that grip. Even a great grip like Majid's. Gorilla hands, like we said. So let's take a look. He's threading this triangle. He opens his shoulders up, but that means opening his hands up in this case. And that's when Dante's going to go back to this arm. I believe he actually ends up with a wrist lock variation as well to get a quick tap there. So by applying two submissions at the same time, Dante put his opponent in a dilemma, in a situation where kind of any choice really is going to be a bad choice. It's going to get you in further and further trouble. This is an incredible submission trap in modern no-gi grappling that we're seeing more and more often. And Dante's one of these guys at the highest level. We're still seeing pull it off. So we're going to take a look at another example of this. Here we have Dante facing off with actually a teammate of his. I'm not actually sure if they were teammates at the time, but since they have become teammates, Clay Mayfield. Clay Mayfield is a world-class guy. He's been ranked in the world at 185 pounds before. He's a great grappler. Let's go ahead and take a look, though. As Dante gets on top and starts to pass, he's going to throw in this underhook with a nice row drag. This is the first time that we're seeing the row drag. It happens very fast, but we're still going to talk about it, right? So what's happening with the row drag is Dante's opponent, Clay, is framing on him. And the hand right now is all the way across Dante's body so that it's going from left to right, and it's covering the middle of his body. Dante is going to use this row drag where he's going to slap both sides of the arm and try to move the arm like a lever so that he can get the hand back to the other side of his body. If he can get that hand to this side of his body, the frame is dead, and he's going to have a great opportunity to push forward on the pass. If the frame is there, no pass. As soon as he row drags, the pass is an opportunity. And even better, he has a nice deep underhook that he can use to attack. So for his game, it's going to work perfectly, right? What you're going to see is two motions at the same time. Dante's top hand is going to push the wrist away from him. At the same time, his bottom hand is going to push that elbow up. Once that's happened, Dante's leaning forward and trying to close that space. He gets on top. There's the frame, and there's the drag. And he ends up with the underhook, and he uses this to transition into that same triangle where the foot threads through and starts to lock up. And now he's got a good opportunity to finish, especially if he's able to get to that far arm. Here, you see he's not even on top. He's on bottom. He was able to attack this in a scramble, but it still led to the finish. He's going to get the tap right here from Clay. That's how strong this is. This is the kind of submission you can attack in a lot of different angles and still be successful. It's very common in judo. It's becoming much more common in no-gi grappling. Let's take one more look at Dante hitting this on Clay. It's a beautiful Rao drag right into this side triangle, also known as a Yoko Sankaku. From here, he's on top, gives up top position to launch into this from bottom, laces the triangle, and finishes it off. Let's take a look at a few more examples of Dante Leon hitting this Rao drag and how this Rao drag can be a really helpful movement for passing modern guards. Guys are so good at their guard retention, so good at their framing, that the top guy needs his tools too. And this has been a really, really effective one for one of the best pound-for-pound grapplers in the world. Here you're going to see, notice the turning of Dante's chest as his two hands work. The left hand is going to be pushing at the wrist. The right hand is going to be pushing at the tricep, and the chest is going to be turning to guide everything across as he disconnects the frame. Boom. His left hand, his right hand, and his chest all work together to accomplish this movement. As soon as he gets that, he's able to start passing. He gets to a deep body lock, and he's past the upper body and lower body frames of Huon. This is eventually going to lead to a pass, and the submission put Dante in position for a title shot with this submission victory.
The wrist underneath the chin there. This might be over the jaw, but Dante doesn't mind. He's going to squeeze.
Dante Leon gets the submission. Rear naked choke from the back.
Here we have another example against one of the best guards in the world, really. Johnatha Alves, black belt world champion from AOJ, known for having an impassable guard for long stretches of his career. An incredibly, incredibly tough, physically strong guy like Dante. We slowed this one down a little bit. It's a great example of the Rao drag. In this case, it's going to be Dante's left hand pushing at the wrist. It's going to be Dante's right hand digging at the tricep, and it's going to be his chest turning all the way to the right in this case. Boom. There you see it, and there you see come down in position and settle into this nice chest-to-chest half guard. Let's go back, take one more look. Dante comes up. Johnatha at this point has this reverse lat grip, which is a good frame for entering into the far legs. Dante's trying to pull back and get a little separation from that. And as soon as he does, you're going to see this Rao drag start to come in. Boom. Now he's got a deep, deep underhook. He's going to use that to settle nicely into the full chest-to-chest half guard, where eventually he's going to pass the guard. He had a great performance in this match, won by submission, and the Rao drag was a key part of it, getting it done.
Yeah, he's in that gangster lean, looking to stuff the hand through.
There it is, steps over the left arm of Johnatha Alves. Kind of dropping off a little bit here. He's got 55 seconds to work it.
He's going to finish this.
Cinches it up, pulling down on the head.
Dante is so strong.
You know, it's not a hit, he gets the tap!
Madonna wins! Dante Leon closes it out, waves bye-bye to Acai Republic, and they're taking the money back.
Okay, we have one more example of Dante hitting this Rao drag and goes for this side triangle, doesn't end up finishing it. That happens at the highest level, but it's him against another super, super tough guy, Carlos Henrique. We all know how tough Carlos is, black belt world champion, UFC BJJ champion. This guy's an absolute killer. Dante faced him at No-Gi Worlds. They had a great match, I think a couple of matches, but he was able to win this one. Let's take a look at one of these early passing sequences from Dante Leon, right? We've slowed this one down a little bit so people can take a look. Dante is into the split squat against Carlos, starting to pressure. You see the frames starting to come in from Carlos Henrique. Watch that upper body frame start to come in. Here we're behind him, but you already see with the left hand, Dante has passed that arm all the way across. And you see the chest movement, which is so key to the Rao drag. It's being able to articulate through your entire upper body. As soon as he does that, there's the pass. And as soon as the pass comes, you see Dante's legs throw into this side triangle and start to look for the finish. This was a very impactful, decisive sequence in this match between two very talented world-class grapplers. Great pass there from Dante. Let's go back and take a look one more time. Here we see Dante in this split squat, and notice right now his posture and the way that he's positioned. He's turned so that he's kind of side onto us. During this row drag, he turns so much that we're going to be able to see the entirety of his back. And I think that's really key to understanding what kind of positional difference this row drag is. It's a very turning attack. And as he does, he has that deep bite on that arm. Anytime he has that deep bite on that arm, he's able to thread his legs into this side triangle. And what do we know about the side triangle? It's 2 submissions at the same time, which makes it incredibly hard to defend. If you're able to lock up your legs, you're probably getting the tap. Dante did a great job in this match, won himself a world championship that day. He's got a chance to win another championship at WNO 30 when he enters that open weight Grand Prix bracket. That's gonna be an awesome, awesome tournament, live exclusively on FloGrappling. Make sure you check it out, October 24th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This has been another technique breakdown. If you guys wanna see more of these, or if you have specific ones in mind that you wanna see, make sure you jump in the comments, let me know. My name has been Joe Gilpin. We'll see you guys next time.